you guys come up with lots of theme parties. How do you come up with these ideas, firstly? Like, where do you get these ideas from? Do you go and club in many other countries?
Actually, most of the theme parties are curated by Bobby, and the titles are come up with by the marketing team. We club a lot in, say, Tokyo, Bangkok, UK and all that, and we observe how people are very liberal in these countries and how they enjoy, dressing up to themes. And from there, we think, okay, we have to do it in a suitably, I wouldn't say overly conservative, but it has to be suitable for the Singapore crowd. So we'll come up with themes that are easy to play along with, rather than something that is overly onerous and people have to literally make their own costumes. So we don't want to do that either. And I think that usually it's just a brainstorming session. We all sit down together and we're like, okay, what's our next theme? And we throw out about 20 ideas before we come up with the idea that we're going with. Yeah.
Right, okay. And do you think, like, generally club culture in Singapore is a bit safe, and that's the reason why you got to tone down the ideas a little bit?
I think people in Singapore, when they go clubbing, I think it's just, okay, I'm going to go clubbing, that's it. Nobody really makes an effort to dress up. And I think Singaporeans are always very scared, like, oh, what if I dress up? Will people look at me funny? I'm going to be the only one who dresses up, And I think Singaporeans don't like to stand out for some reason. But that's really very unlike Bobby and Ritz. So I think, like what we always tell people, you are never going to outdo Bobby and Ritz. So please come in your most outrageous costume, because there will be people who are going to look crazier and in a good way, And I think throughout the time that we had in Robertson Quay, we have actually built up on this, and we do see a lot of groups of people when they come from a birthday party or hens night and stuff like that. I've noticed a lot of people dressing up. And I've even had friends tell me oh, I love butter because, I can wear this, wear that, and nobody looks at me weirdly. So, I guess we've succeeded in that way.
So is that how you've built up your own club culture?
Yeah, yeah.
In terms of fashion, getting all these people to dress up really crazily. Do the guys dress up as well?
Yeah, they do, yeah. I think the thing about butter is that when you come to the club, you leave your real world behind you, You come in, dress up whatever you want, play however hard you want. We provide the platform, and everybody's comfortable.
So you guys definitely agree that Singaporeans are warming up to this idea of theme parties, getting dressed up. Do you think that they're becoming a bit more braver?
Yeah, I think they definitely are. I think what happened is really they just weren't exposed yet, they weren't aware of the culture yet, and all they needed was a shove. Singaporeans are just as creative as anybody else in the world. It's just that the culture hadn't built up yet, and that's what we're trying to encourage. Yeah.
What kind of culture does Butter Factory endorse?
I think sort of like what Zhong Quan said just now. I think for us at Butter Factory, we just want people to just let loose, come, have fun, leave your problems behind, everyone's had a tough day at work, dress up, make it interesting, we want it to be a place that when you come, like with our interior, there's always so much to look at, it's not just an empty space with chairs and tables, there's artwork, everyone's dressed up, it's interesting, and I think that's what we want to keep doing here, yeah.